Oh my god, that was like forever. And this video is gonna be a two-parter. Hey everyone, welcome back to Cat and Kitten Homestead. It is I, Jen, and if it's your first time here, hey, how's it going? And if you're coming back, hey, how's you doing? What's up? Good to see you again. Also, if you're coming back and you haven't subscribed and joined my amazing downline, by the way, we are having a trip announcement, and I cannot wait to have my trip announcement and all the tiers and goals that I have to, go so I can go on my business trip. So, anyways, stay tuned. If you hear weird sounds today, guys, that's because I have Trotsky right beside me. If you guys don't know who Trotsky is, he is my doll-faced Persian. And he kind of has like a little snoring bits like Persians do, but nice thing, he doesn't have brachycephaly like Persians and bulldogs. You know, that's when they're really punched in. You're like, oh my god, what the hell is that when you see their skull? But yeah. I'm glad. I would prefer to have the old-fashioned Persian. Mainly because less health issues and you got that cute little face who hates me. Who does hate me? Who hates me? Who hates me? By the way, Trotsky says, join my downline. He's my upline. I am always their downline. I know, in this pyramid of cats, somehow I never rank up. The cats always rank up before I do. I'm at the bottom of this pyramid, aren't I? I'm at the bottom of the pyramid. I'm at the bottom of the pyramid. Trotsky wants to kill me. Woman, get on with your video, right? What? What's it, cats? So, yeah. If you love Trotty, follow more Trotsky to come. I'm surprised you love me. So, oh my god. I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but the forces of evil have joined. What do you mean, Jen? The forces of evil have joined. Bosslee and No Shame Sales Game Colleen, whatever her ass name is. Sorry, she irritates the hell out of me. I don't know, I actually want to like go poof. And this with the cast on, so it actually hurts me and her at the same time. Because, it wouldn't be fun if it didn't hurt me as well. But, oh my god, and the crazy, probably on Mexican ketones, a little, yayo, right across the border, Miss Bosslee. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure she's, like, on drugs. I think I read something that, she's, like recently in one of the things I didn't, like, save it, where somebody asked, how many drugs and shit, are, like, around the higher-ups, and she actually admitted that there was a lot. But this is a legend, because I can't remember if it was her or somebody else who was, like, higher up, but I feel like it was her. But, again, this is a legend, and I was a dumbass and did not screenshot it. She blocked me on my original account. I wasn't even following her for 20 minutes. Somehow I was already blocked. This woman, who has over 200,000K, apparently is the top of network marketing and everything, is scared of little old Jen. Little old Jen, not much of a following, not even 300 subs here on YouTube. I've been around the 800 plateau on Instagram for a while, so I don't know why she's threatened of Jen. I really don't. If anything, Cece Suarez is more threatening than I am. Maybe not when I'm really angry. I almost got really mad about the truckers. I thought they were holding up my Adidas, but then they showed up at the door. Anywho, let's get on with the video, because I just want to poke my eyes out already. Oh yes, and thanks to the person who sent me this video. You're awesome. Guys, if you guys want to send me, clips and stuff, please do. In the bottom. Come on. I'm gonna pin my email in the comments anyways. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
A lot of you have been waiting for this, and we're gonna get going. So this is the anti-MLM conversation, and I know this is a hot topic for a lot of you, and a lot of you get you ask me questions all the time about how I feel about some of this stuff, and so we're going to get into it. So feel free to share this, because I'm pretty sure it might get spicy. I don't know what she's going to ask me, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So here she is. I'm very hopefully you're excited.
It might get spicy. I think she has been watching CC's stuff. I feel like she stole that from CC.
Too, so she'll be on in just a second. I hope you're excited. It's going to be fire, 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 fire.
Hello.
Oh, Colleen, what is going on, my friend?
What up, what up?
How are you?
I'm so excited. How are you?
I'm really excited too. I think there's a lot of excited people actually about this interview. So I'm just gonna get my lighting a little better because it's a little dark in here. But
Sucks.
Yeah, can you hear me okay? I can hear you fine. So
I'm not going to lie. I am excited for this interview. Thanks, Jessie Lee, for pointing out my excitement.
How you been?
Oh, so good. Business is exploding like we talked about. So both of us, I think our businesses are just like da 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 da.
Well, it's one of the things that we'll jump right into it. People are, look at all these people. It's one of those things that I think people who are just starting in network marketing, or they've been in there for a while, get messages all the time. People are being mean to me, or they're saying mean things. And I had one person write a mean comment on my post, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet that somebody wrote a mean comment on your post. So Jessie Lee, do you have people post?
I'm gonna be honest, there are some mean people out there, and some people really who should not go into TMs. Guys, I beg of you, stop going into stop DMing people when they piss you off, like that Monat lady. Or, I don't remember which Monat lady anymore. They all piss me off. There's some other reason. But don't go into their emails. Take a moment. Step back. Breathe. Compose yourself. And then write a complaint letter to the head office. And then keep writing and complaining. And then complain publicly. Trust me, I have gotten very far with writing angry complaint letters and angry reviews. Trust me, it's worked. I actually had one company call me up and they're like, okay, we're willing to negotiate. Please take down your Google review.
On the internet that don't like you?
What an epic first question. Okay, so Colleen wants to know if Jessie Lee has anyone on the internet who doesn't like her. I mean, it is shock and awe, and awe that I do in fact have quite the following of haters. And I gotta tell you, we can get deep into this, but I will say, I have friends who will say stuff like haters are confused fans.
Honestly, I heard she has other businesses, and I'd be more interested in hearing about that than her stupid ketones and network marketing shit, if I'll be honest. I'd want her to talk about, her car business, if she actually has that. Or her, salon businesses, if those are actually a thing, not just, hearsay and conjecture. If those are actually a thing, I'd like to hear more about that.
I truly believe in that.
Truly.
Truly. And then I will also say that the more people who started liking me less and less and less, and the louder and louder and louder and louder and louder they got, the bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger my businesses grew. I actually posted my Google Analytics that were sent to me by someone who runs SEO and keyword searches and whatever. He sent it to me last night. He's like, Jessie Lee, this is very impressive. I'm like, well, I couldn't have done it alone.
No, talking is talking. And I say that all the time. The reason...
Oh, yes, I did go over your keyboard analytics and everything. Thanks, Uber Suggest. Thanks, Neil Patel. I'm going to use that in my video. Hey, guys, you want to better yourself? Go to Neil Patel. His YouTube and his website is pretty freaking awesome. Not paid, shameless plug for them. I love learning.
I got started in doing what I do, is because I saw how loud they can be, and I'm just we need more loud people on our side, right? They're just so loud. There's not being, and so we're just making waves. So yeah, okay, people don't like you. They don't like me. We were DMing.
Well, actually, hold on a second. I'll actually answer it a different way too. I don't think it's that they don't like me, and I don't think it's that they don't like you. I think it's that they don't like themselves.
That's very Dr. Phil of you to say. It's true.
Well, let's make a video about this. Just call me Dr. Jessie Lee. But in all seriousness, though,
I like myself a lot. I love myself. I like singing that Biff Naked song. I love myself today, not like yesterday. That is got to be one of my favorite things. By the way, I once saw Biff Naked at the Oak Ridge Center when I was growing up as a child. My mother was like, oh my god, who the hell is that? Look at all the tattoos. Oh my god. And my sister was like, Mom, that's Biff Naked. True story. I grew up in Vancouver, so we got to see a lot of celebrities. Of course, Biff is from Vancouver originally, but we'll get back to this. But no, I love myself. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us who are more self-confident women than, not. And it took me getting out of an MLM and actually getting some certificates to feel confident again. It took years for me to want to put makeup again on my face after leaving Mary Kay. And I've really got to work on that video. You know what? Maybe I should just bite the bullet and do it after this one. But I've got to definitely edit and put this one up first because it's going to be one hell of a gigabyte drainer. All of this is done on my phone.
I don't blame them. If you failed at everything in your life, if you have tried and tried and tried again, and you think that you've done all the right things, and you're not seeing success, and you never had your breakthrough, and you don't understand the process of little simple habits compounding over time, and then it's so much easier to blame everything else instead of taking responsibility and accountability for your actions and for your results. Yeah, I would probably blame you.
Yeah, because it sucks to watch somebody who's doing well, right? It sucks to be sitting wherever you're sitting, and I'm sure they would say I love my life. I'm in my favorite cubicle. It's great. But it's hard. And I want to sympathize with those people because I've been there. I've been on the other side watching people succeed when I wasn't. And I was like, fuck this person. I hated watching their stuff. I hated all the, the happy stuff they were talking about. And then finally, I was like, shit, if she can do it, then why don't I just stop hating it for a second and just try it? And then maybe I could go on a food.
I mean, I can answer that too. It's another psychology thing. So again, Dr. Jessie Lee will come out for you, but people don't like change.
They don't.
People are very resistant to that. And so if you're constantly told that you're supposed to believe one thing, and you're constantly told that the honorable way of living is to struggle, and the honorable way of living is to go to work from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. And by the way, hold on a second, because not everybody's an entrepreneur. Okay?
No,
I am not shaming jobs. I am not shaming anybody going to a job. And I actually like part-timers in network.
Trust me, you don't need to, work a 9 to 5. I work from midnight to 8. I love being on night shift. I hate people. So it surprises people because I'm so jovial on camera or when I do lives. This is back when I was a cam model, right? I love being in front of the camera. I don't know why. Well, they're always said I could make it easy.
Marketing more than I like full-timers in network marketing. We can get into that conversation too. But I will tell you, it baffles me. Nobody is saying anything about your cubicle in the sense, it was funny though. But if you're miserable doing that and you can understand that supplementing an income could bring in an extra couple $100 a month and you do not have to do this remotely full time, like, who are you for not, like, what are you saying about yourself by knocking those men or women's hustles? It just does not make any logical sense to me. But I mean, I love people who have jobs. I love people who, you know, are in their career path of choice. What I don't understand is people who, this wasn't for you. And you violently and viciously attack it for people that it is for. And you don't talk about the profession. You literally talk about the people.
Yeah, but then
that I don't have much tolerance for.
People, we're talking about the profession. And you're like, well, then why are you making fucking YouTube videos about me? Like, this is very weird. It's strange.
No.
And that's what another person was responded. They were like, so can they just like set it straight? Like, are we predators or are we victims? Because it changes with the wind. Because it's
who pushes the profession, though? People who require to be in downlines to rank up. I mean, I was watching a video today and they were like, well, after this rank, you need to have people or else this isn't going to work for you. And I'm like, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. It kind of is you. You're the one who is marketing the business. Yes, we've got to point out the problematics of the marketing. And I use marketing so loosely because I think network marketing is like the worst marketing in the world. I just hate it so much. I mean, personally, I think attraction marketing is for pussies. It's for fucking pussies. Get to the motherfucking point. Just get to the fucking point. I don't want to have to pussyfoot around. Oh, this product has been making me this. Ask me how. Fuck, just get on with it. Get on with it.
Like, oh, these people are predators, you know, preying on vulnerable women. And then in the next breath, it's like, oh my God, they're victims of brainwashing. And like, pick a side.
I mean, that's a long conversation we can get into. Because I'll tell you some of you don't, I see a lot of people hitting follow, hopefully on both sides, right?
Yeah.
And some of you don't know my story then. I was in a basement when I started all of this. The story's never changed. And
Boris, stop that! Get your brother to stop that. Yeah, so about the victims and then the predatory thing. So I believe I agree. There's a point where you kind of realize, oh shit, this is what I'm doing. Like these two, I would consider to be the most predatory people ever. And I feel that they know 100% what they are doing. And then you've got people who are lower down, like who just Boris! And then you got people who are lower down, who really aren't, 100%, realizing what's actually going on. And they're just like, they're so, how do I describe this? They are Jim Jones, okay? The people who are following them and are blinded by everything are going to drink the Flavor Aid. Okay? That is what it's about the difference between the predator and the victim. They're Jim Jones! Jim Jones!
Best friend from when I was 5 years old is now in business with me for the first time ever. I've never recruited friends and families. This is like very new for me. I was like the victim though. Like I'd be the person you would say is the victim. I was in the basement. I was in a vulnerable position. my car didn't work, and my lifestyle was terrible, and I couldn't go out with friends. It was like as soon as I took control over that and I said, wait a minute, so it's just a sales model. All I have to do is sell. And then if I want to sell an opportunity, then I can do that too. And then I can choose if I want to coach and teach and train this, that, or the third. Okay, as soon as I became, the 1% or even like the 5%, I don't even think I was at the top when people started going, it went from like, well, she was a victim. Okay, she was absolutely a victim. And then she got so brainwashed by the whole entire thing, and she had so much success that now she is the predator. It's like wait a minute, hold on. Like, you're not actually making sense. Because I chose to be successful in something, just like you can choose to be successful in whatever you want. And we should get into determining what the word success even means. We can totally define that. But
okay, I would equate it to Stockholm syndrome. When you've been in so long, you identify your captors and you want to be with them. Stockholm syndrome. That's what I kind of feel that happens after a while in MLMs. Not only is it cult-like, you then get Stockholm syndrome.
You can't say both. You can't tell me I was a victim 11 years ago, and then now I'm the predator because I've had a good experience due to my work. It doesn't make logical sense. But we're not really speaking to logical people, so there's that.
So, damn it, you just said something. We can talk about this. What did you literally just say?
I don't know. A lot.
I don't know.
That's why I do the notebook thing, man, because I start rambling and then...
Literally, that's what I need to do. I have my notebook over here, but I came to the window. But
maybe the success thing. I don't know.
It's the success thing. Okay, why don't we find success? Because that's another thing that we get a lot of shit for, is that they're saying, okay, well, you need to... Like, everyone's saying, oh, you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to quit your job. You're going to drive the free car. You're going to go on vacations. But, success doesn't look like that, because for most people, an extra $300 a month is life changing. That is successful if you are doing something that just moves the needle in your life a little bit, right? So even though you are Jessie Lee and you're super duper successful, the one, that doesn't mean that that's what success looks like for everybody. And if they're not you, then they're failing, right?
Yeah, good Lord. Yeah, let's go into this. So, success to me when I started was $300 a month, period, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I did not... And to be totally honest, if I had been recruited by somebody who said to me, do you know you can make $1 million or millions of dollars a year doing this? I would have never signed up. Because I would have been like, scam alert, Ponzi scheme, I would have been like, hell no, you freaking scammer, McScammerson. I would have never been interested. My interest level was, I cannot pay my bills.
Does anybody else wind up getting migraines just listening to Jessie Lee Ward, or is it just me? Very loud woman.
I'm getting my rent increased by $300 a month. I have 1 month left to make an extra $300 a month. My job, I cannot get a $300 a month raise like this. It's not a thing. So I had to figure something out or I get evicted. This is the real story.
Yeah.
I've told it a million times. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I just need $300. I literally just need to make $300. What can I do for $300? And I asked the person I'm renting the room from in the basement, I said, well, I don't know how to make $300 a month. And they said, I don't know, start one of those at-home businesses. And I said, like Avon? She's like, yeah, like Avon. I'm like, I am not selling Avon. I'm 22, at the time, right? So I'm like, that's not happening. Success was $300. And I mean big success. That was life-changing, $300 a month.
Yes.
For me, it's like, how can you say it's not successful if, I'll say all kinds of weird scenarios. If a single mom has an extra $50 so she can go get what she wants from the grocery store or buy a pair of shoes she's had her eyes on, or go to Target and not feel bad about buying a candle for herself or whatever. That's success. Who's to say success is even monetary, right?
Yep.
Because there are so many people. Okay, so I'm like really big on TED Talks. I'm really big on personal development. I'm big on all this stuff, right? And I was listening to this TED Talk. I think it was just yesterday, and they're talking about.
Okay, but they always make this big thing about how success is monetary. I see this a lot with MLMers. They're like, they show off the luxury lifestyle. That costs money. That is monetary. And then, listen, I know quite a few moms who don't sell MLMs. And they make that extra money from home. A lot of them, actually one of them that was like an ex-best friend of mine, we won't go into that. Anyways, I gave her the idea to start, she really liked making jewelry, and I'm like, well, why don't you go to craft fairs and, things and really start pushing, what you do. And then, she started making money from home that way. I make money from home when I was, around the same time, but I was doing it online as a cam model. There are many different ways to make money at home that do not involve an MLM, young moms. Trust me on this one. Feet pics. I mean, if you've got to, sell feet pics.
How one of the most dangerous things to somebody's actual overall health, not just mental health, not just physical health, not just emotional health, overall welfare and quality of life and length of life is in direct correlation to the amount of happiness they have in relationships. In relationships. This is not MLM conversation. This is scientifically data proven information, okay? One of the longest studies on age ever, the longest study on age ever to exist.
Yep.
You have just taken people away from each other for almost 2 entire years now. And you're telling me it's not success if somebody joins a opportunity, joins a business, and finds some of their best friends? Because what network marketing really does is it turns complete strangers into friends, which, by the way, is just like anything. Everyone was once a stranger before they were a friend. So don't get all huffy-puffy on that either, okay? They get huffy-puffy on everything. But, it turns strangers into friends and friends into family. And when I look at my friend circle now, it is not conditional based off of if they're in business with me or not. I've had plenty of people leave business, and they are still absolutely family members to me, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But I would have never met them if I didn't have the relationships. And you know what else is successful? Turning yourself from somebody who's completely underdeveloped as a human being into, whoa, hold on a minute. Now I'm educated. Now I understand about NFTs. Now I understand about wealth management. Now I understand about personal development and speech. Now I understand about sales. Now I can take my sales information and go get a job at Burlington Coat Factory. I don't know where that just came from, right? And go sell whatever they coats, right? Like couches, whatever they sell, right? You can take these skills that you learn in this. That is success.
Yes.
That's success. And you can.
I mean, if you're going to go for a sales job, go for a luxury shop. That way you can get commissions.
Deploy that into the world. So to me, it's like, for me, yeah, I am the anomaly. I am not the norm. And I say this on every single podcast I open. Do not listen to what I'm saying as an income claim. Do not think that I am normal. Do not think that you're going to join and you're going to get rich quick. I will outwork every single person in the space, and not even just network marketing, in the business world, right? That's just my DNA.
Yeah.
So
I think you kind of have to drop with income disclosure.
What success is for me is different than you.
Yeah.
But it's different than all the people watching this as well.
Correct. And so I think that that's a conversation that network marketers also need to start having, is like, make it realistic. And like, I hate the phrase realistic, because anything that I've ever done is not realistic. Anyone has told me to do anything, like, that's never going to happen. That's not how it's going to be. Like, I need you to set more realistic goals. But like, we can't be casting vision for people and like highlighting these multimillionaires and all these things, thinking that like that's the only version of success. We need to have a wider, like a deeper understanding of what success looks like in this business. And it's not just, oh, I came in and I made millions of dollars. Same. I wanted to make $500 a month as a stay-at-home mom. That wasn't like my first paycheck success. Like, if one day I could make $500 a month, I would have been mind blown. And just, so I think that conversation about success needs to be had by everyone.
I think that's one of the most important conversations, because I think you make men and women feel like crap when they're in the journey. And like, the reason I work the way I work is A, because it's who I am in my DNA, like I said. But second of all, I like showing people what's actually possible.
Yeah.
So if I'm the pace setter for the whole profession, by all means, I just want to show you what you can do. It doesn't mean you have to do it. I'm trying to show you what's possible. But what you just said is so important, so I want to back it up to that. Too many people, and I'm talking about leaders now, because I know there's leaders watching this right now. They're probably like hiding in the shadows a little bit. It's cool. We see you. It's all good, boo. Well, we don't see you, but we know you're there sitting in the wheat fields, okay? Like hiding behind the bushes. It's cool.
Want to listen, but not.
Yeah. If I could give you any directive, please start sharing the stories of very much so real people, and very much like your highlight from the other. I was like, oh my God, girl, you gotta save this. Like, it is so important that people hear real stories. And it is so important people understand that supplemental income in not even just 2022, but we're in 2022, is so important. And I post stuff intentionally. Like for me, I go to a gas station. I don't care what the price is. Okay. I just don't. It's just a stage of life that I'm in, right? I drive supercars. You shouldn't be driving a supercar if you're looking at the pennies on the whatever. That just is not logical. Okay. So, but I sit there and I still post in my stories the gratitude for being able to fill it up, regardless of what the price was on it. Yep. And the reason I do that is because when I started this, this is like people, the girls who get it will get it, the girls who don't. When I started, I was driving a Ford Focus ZX3, like 2001. And it was like the ugliest color. It was a stick shift. It was manual because it's cheaper when it's manual, because a lot of Americans can't drive manual, right? So, and I'm from Maryland. And in Maryland, we have the Appalachian Mountains. I don't know if your face is telling me you didn't know I'm from Maryland originally. So, yes. Yeah. So, I'm from Maryland. We're from the mountains, Maryland. And I would throw the car in neutral and coast down the hills to save gas money. And my brother was always like, you're going to blow out the transmission on that thing. I said, I don't care if I can roll up and get like an extra 10 miles on this tank of gas. I never got to fill up a tank of gas. I never got to do that. Yeah. Never. So when I go and I do fill up a car now, I do take the photo, because my gratitude, I still go to that place of, damn, I remember exactly what it's like to lie to my friends and say, no, I can't go out. No, we're not going. I'm just really tired.
The mechanic's daughter and me just have like one of those, what the actual fuck woman? Like, what are you doing to your car? Like, sometimes I honestly don't believe some of these reps who get the luxury cars deserve to have the luxury car, just the way on how they actually treat the luxury car. I know, I'm such a bitch. I know. But I grew up with luxury cars.
I'm tired. I was broke. Mm-hmm. Right? And I remember what it was like you don't know if your car's going to turn over and start or not. I remember what it was like to have to get really creative in carpooling to get to meetings in Maryland, which is not a big state, but because I didn't have money, I had like $5 to contribute to a gas pool. Really?
I'm going to be honest, I just tell my friends I'm broke. They're like, okay, Jen, whatever. I hope you have a good one. Honestly, usually I'm too tired or too busy to even hang out with my friends. I haven't even seen my best friend Steph since Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's where it started. So if you look at the whole picture of what success is, yeah, you're right. It started out as $300 a month. And then when I was like, oh, I can make $300 a month. Hold on a minute. Okay. It went, can I make $5? And then I made $500. And then I went, can I make $1,000? Wait a minute. And then it was never, I never joined this for free cars. I never joined this for free trips. I never joined this for private jets. I never joined this thinking I could make $1 million or more a year. I never joined this for anything. I joined this because I was broke. Yeah. And I felt like I had no other option. There was no Uber Eats when I couldn't Uber Eaten anyway because my car couldn't make it to your house. But like, there was no Uber Eats. There was no Grubhub. there was no Uber, no DoorDash, no, the gig economy didn't exist when I started in this.
Yeah.
And so that, I just wanted to harp on that conversation a little bit, because it drives me nuts for you to say 1% of people are successful. What?
It doesn't, like, yeah. Anyway. And it's like, so many. I mean, if you talk, well, I'll backtrack on that. But I think that so many people, like, they think it has to be this huge thing. And they feel like, oh, I have to be a Jessie Lee, or I have to be somebody who's at the top 1%, or I have to be all this stuff. And, like, you don't. You got to talk to a couple people. And, like, it's, when you're talking about Uber Eats, or you're talking about getting a gig, a part-time job at Starbucks, or a part-time babysitting job, all of these things my friends do. But they're not willing to, like, you know, pick up their phone and utilize something that they're already doing. Like, to me, that's a huge missed opportunity. Like, people are going farther away from where they want to be, like home with their family, whatever, to make $10 an hour, which nobody's knocking that. But, like, you have an opportunity literally in the palm of your hand, and people are like, you're a scam artist. Like, what?
Yeah. And I think that hurts people, by the way. So, I mean, the whole conversation hurts people. This entire it's not even just, this is going to be a deeper conversation for a second, but it's not even just the anti-MLM movement right now. It's this anti-movement period that I don't understand. This whole let's cancel people because I don't agree with 100% of what they do, I don't understand. I've never been somebody who's like, oh, you know what? I don't like what Colleen does. So I'm going to go ahead and go on all her stuff. I'm going to report her. I'm going to have all my friends report her. I'm going to comment about, like, you guys, let me give you an example. So when people try to tell you that, no, we just have a problem with the profession. We're not attacking people. No, we're not a bully for calling you out. Colleen, like, they literally called Colleen a Holocaust haircut the other day. Like, that's not bullying. They throw on, like, wigs to make fun of colored extensions in my hair and say I look like a man. I'm manic. I'm bipolar. She's absolutely psychotic. She's mentally unstable. You're not talking about profession. You're trying to get people triggered so that they report people. And so if you can
Actually kind of like Colleen's haircut, though. There was one video I saw, and at first I thought she was a man, but then again, it was pixelated, and I didn't see Colleen's face, so short hair, kind of boyish, you know. She doesn't look like she's got much in the way of tits either.
Sit on that throne and feel high and mighty about your cancel culture and your groupthink, good for you. Good for you, but I could never be that person. And so I don't even get angry about any of this, because the level of compassion I have for people who are that venomous and they think they're saving the world in anything, whether it's anti-MLM or it's anti-whatever, Joe Rogan, or it's anti...
Well, again, it's about the business, but who pushes the business? The people who are in the business who need to recruit in order to level up. So, of course, we're going to react to people who are in the business who are doing unethical things to level up. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut it here, guys. There is, like, so much, and I'm starting to run out of space on my phone, which is my main camera for now until stuff happens. Anyways, if you've made it this far, please like and subscribe, hit the bell button so you can be notified for part 2. See you guys. Bye.